Hey guys, Brian Hathaway here, sitting aboard SV Serenity, coming at you from Marine Del Rey, California. Just got back from single-handed my boat up to Seattle and back, about 3,000 miles of wonderful sailing. Was able to edit the entire time using EditMate, working on proxy media. Very excited for September 16th to show how cool the technology is and how it works. And have you aboard virtually.
So just like everything else, I'm gonna enter all the information that I want. I'm gonna do girl, I'm gonna go outside. I just keep typing this because pretty much every shot in this is a girl that's outside. So it's kind of my go-to metadata for this thing. It's a very nature-esque film, if you can say. So this is gonna be, let's just say a rough cut. And our tags, we can actually choose into out. So we're gonna go ahead and just put out the whole thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hit publish, and then this is just gonna send this right back up to the server and go up into the web URI, where Karsten will be able to play it back and make some notes on it. So that said, Karsten, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Don, could you give me control or screen sharing?
Absolutely. Hang on here just a second. There you are, Karsten, and making you a presenter now, sir. And away you go.
Perfect. So, okay, this is the architecture that I just wanted to show you, because what's happening now is that the remote rendering is taking place. So the first part of the demo was Brian as a remote worker, as a remote editor working on the proxy that in such an environment would be stored or could be stored in the cloud storage. That of course eases the possibility to bring in these workflows. But on the main side, the high-risk material remains. And what Brian just triggered is he triggered a rendering with the AME, the Adobe Media Encoder. And also there, the high-risk material stays. It's just the information passed over to the AME. So there is also no need to download the files or transfer the files to the location where they are required. This also enables work from anywhere approaches. And what I'm going to show you now is that I would be a user that doesn't work with Premiere, maybe just a director or producer. Okay, here's the clip that Brian has just created. So you see also here the performance is quite fast. I can also double click on the clip. I see, okay, there's the material. I can scrub through the clips. Okay, I like what Brian was doing, but I recognize that I want to flip these two shots here. So I use my keyboard control, select an in point, okay, select an out point, add the description, flip these shots. Also keyboard navigation to create the event, and then I could do several comments on the timeline, of course, and I would then hand this over back to Brian. Okay, Brian, I've reviewed the video that you've just created. Everything looks good. I've just had some small changes that I want you to do. Could you please work on this? And with that, I would hand over back to Brian.
Sure. All right. Thanks, Karsten. And Don, if you give me some control. Excellent. All right. So back here in Premiere, there's a tab on the bottom here for the EditMate panel in the program window, and it basically shows the status of the upload. So this is what I uploaded, and it kind of let me know it was going when it was going up, so when it was done, which is just a nice way to kind of keep track of what's going on. That said, we're just going to go ahead and bring that clip in that he just made the notes on. So we have my magnifying glass, and we're going to refresh the window. And right click, hit import. And here's our clip. You can see it's in italics. If we go down to our markers tab, we can see the information you brought in. For me, this is a super cool tool as far as I do all the national spots for Cold Stone Creamery, for Blimpies, for Taco Time. And it's all 30-second spots. It's easy notes from my clients, but they're very, I've used Vimeo, I've used Frame.io, I've used 1,000 different ways for them to give me accurate notes. And it's always a question of frames and just a pain at the end of the day to get those. So it's really great to kind of keep all of this on the same platform. I send the clip up, they make the notes up there, they send them back to me. Now, this is not a review tool. That's not what this is made for, but this is just a really cool functionality that I found is they're like, you know, look at this thing and tell us what's cool with it. So this is kind of the first thing I thought was kind of really cool. So he wants to swap those two shots, which is super easy. Grab the clip. I'm just going to command and drag, and then I'm done. My left is snap, but and that's it. And I swapped the two shots. If I want to, I know it's easier, I could just lock this layer up here. Sorry, my keyboard's being funky. And there you go, the shots are swapped. Now I can just send that right back up to him and get further notes on this from him. And this to me is just a really great fast way to go back and forth with the producer, go back and forth with the director, go back and forth with the agency, because it's super intuitive online how to use the thing, and to bring it right down, lay it right on top, and just be like, okay, cut this frame here. Like if you want 3 frames cut off. So there's no more baking in time code. There's no more looking at Vimeo and trying to be by the second. This is just dead on frame accurate every time. So it just it's been super, super helpful for me. On that note, that's kind of all I got. I appreciate everyone kind of joining me here in the boat, and yeah, and I'm gonna keep using this. Hope everyone checks it out. It's been great for me. So thanks.